So, this might be a story about you too. About the ways you feel awkward about, embarrassed by, or ashamed of parts of your identity, or the way fear holds you back and stops you from attempting to dream big. Diversity can be tricky. The very things that make us stunningly unique can also be the things we hide in the closet because they cause us to feel different from the crowd. The shapes these differences take are as diverse as we are. Perhaps it's that you can't talk about your struggles with mental health. You're dealing with anxiety or depression and don't want colleagues at work to know. That part of your identity is firmly locked in the closet, even though deep down you wish you could be open about it. Or maybe you've always known you are trans, but haven't dared tell anyone, fearful that no one in your life will understand. Or maybe your battle is similar to the one I faced. You're gay and terrified to come out. Or perhaps it's about neurodiversity. You're on the autistic spectrum and don't want to mention it, for fear that people will treat or think of you differently. Maybe it's about gender roles. You might be a teenage boy who dreams of becoming a ballet dancer, like the fabulous Billy Elliot. But you're afraid your friends, and enemies, would endlessly tease you and make life unbearable if you chased that dream. Of course, it's totally fine to keep these things private if it feels safer. Only you know what's right for you. Not everyone needs to come out, and you can be perfectly happy, healthy, and whole without taking that step. What is crucial, though, is this. We need to love and accept who we are. It's about making peace with ourselves. It's about finally feeling comfortable in our own skin, not allowing others to make us ashamed or embarrassed of things that are part of our beauty, our diversity, and uniqueness. When we take those pieces, shattered by shame, and dare to be ourselves, we find healing. We're not forced to choose between aspects of our identity. We become whole and undivided. Isn't this just a bunch of selfish navel-gazing? Critics may ask. No. It's quite the opposite. We can only love others well when we live from a place of wholeness. The Christian faith teaches, love your neighbor as you love yourself, the implication being that we must learn to love ourselves first in order to love others from a place of health and well-being. Otherwise, it's like pouring a glass of water from a broken jug. Our fragmentation affects everyone. Entrepreneur and inventor Steve Jobs, in his 2005 address at Stanford University, said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Have courage." He's right. When fear and shame push us to copy the crowd, we risk living someone else's life. Everyone loses when that happens. We won't be the best family member, co-worker, or friend we can be unless we're authentic and whole. So becoming undivided is not just about us. When we make peace with ourselves and are no longer fearful or defensive, it changes how we engage with the world. If enough of us do this, the ripple effect will go far and wide, from neighborhoods to nations. Often, we humans run away from what we can't relate to, from people who seem different to us. It might be someone from a different political party, a refugee from a far-flung nation, someone from a different socio-economic background, or someone who is LGBTQ+. We build walls, bunker ourselves away, and allow stereotypes to govern the way we view the people we don't understand. This is rife in global politics and in the church right now, and requires urgent change. Fear of the other, fear of the person who is different from you, is something I felt personally and painfully. One moment I was seen as an insider in my evangelical Christian world. The next, I was treated as an outsider. People I'd known my entire life suddenly saw me as different, because my orientation did not match theirs. I felt their suspicion and coldness as they stepped away. They didn't see me anymore. They just saw someone who was different from them, and they relied on broken stereotypes and judgments. Experiencing this firsthand has fueled my desire to see society change. So, as well as becoming undivided on